Khan. All right, Shalom Israel. Shalom Yasha'Allah. Brother Tazwan Gabriel Allah coming back at these precepts. And again, another code cut. Giving course honor and glory to Yahweh Bashar Marshak. I'm like Yahweh Shah. Right, giving a mighty Kapal Kapadim, like Sequoian by Yata Dawab. Right, that's double honor to the elders of the house of David. Right, that's been laboring and doing in his truth. Patiently waiting for the second coming of our Lord Hamashiach. I'm like Yahweh Shah. Right. Giving a mighty strong shalom, white Yabashim Yashar Brakatham to all the mighty Akim on the highways and byways, pushing his truth to the four corners of the earth in sincerity and pure heart, making their body a living sacrifice, diligent, being steadfast, making their calling and election sure, and to all the mighty brothers out there that are not out there on the highways and byways yet, building themselves up, right, prepping themselves to go and be teachers, right, of good works and good things and commandments, doctrine of life. Shalom. Khan. Also, giving a mighty shalom, right, why? Yahbashim Yahshar Shamatam to all the Akwath in his truth, married, unmarried, representing their husbands, raising up the children decently and in order in the law such commandments, training up the children up in the way that they should go, Proverbs 22:6, right? Giving also, right, a mighty exhortation, counsel, cooking, sewing, submissive, right, working with their hands, arms, charity, right, magnifying, right, their works in His truth, man, right, through that many, many officers, man, right, and to all the mighty Banyam, the mighty children, Yahbashim, Yahshai, Barak, Washamar, Thumb, right, to all the mighty Banyam, the mighty children in Israel, honoring thy mother and thy father, being built up in the law, statutes, commandments, right, teacher of good things, man, right, it's all Israel bid you a mighty hearty shalom, man, right, Khan. Right, so that was a so-called, right, Kenyan, man, right, their crops, right, so-called, right, were so-called swallowed up into the ground, right, and it's became a huge so-called phenomenon, man, right, and this is also for a lot of jakes, man, right, that say, well, they want to so-called just go to Africa, right, so-called want to escape, right, the so-called, right, plagues, right, the fire, right, the destruction that's coming to Babylon, man, right, and let's all just go to so-called Africa, right? Hey, they catching hell too, man, from the Most High, man, right? Hey, a lot of men, they forget, man, right, how the Lord opened up the earth, right, and swallowed tens, right, of thousands of men, right, women, children, cattle, right, households, man, right, in the book of Numbers, man, right, ate and closed it back up thereof, man, right, the waters, man, right, that travel through the valleys, man, right, as it tells you in the book of Psalms, man, right, the Lord has hidden waters, right, and waters of withdrawn into the valleys, man, right, how the Lord, man, right, rain down fire and brimstone, right, or rain down fire, man, right, on a Sodom and Gomorrah, right, destroyed Egypt, man, right. Hey, a lot of men, man, they forget the power of the Most High, man. Hey, and how the Most High, He's the one that's operating things, man. All right, and it says climate change is driving millions to precipice of a raging food catastrophe, man. Right, so man, with these crops, man, that just they just went down the drain, man. Literally, man, the Lord, man, flushed, right, all their so-called crops, man, their food, into the ground, man. Right, it says what? It says a raging, right, food catastrophe, man. Right now, they were already in a so-called crisis, man. Right now, man, even more. Right, it reads, in the Horn of Africa, a climate change-induced drought is exposing cracks in the global food system and pushing humanitarian aid to a breaking point. Right, it reads, it says the story was produced, right, in partnership with, right, the Poser Center, right, on Christ Reporting. Right, it says to reach Kenya, if there's a ring around the sun, it will rain. If If the good bird sings, in descending notes, the skies will open. If vultures gather, the showers will begin. Everyone reads the signs, but they don't mean what they used to. It's still not raining, man. Right? And this was in so-called December, man. Right? So-called droughts, man. Right? Not getting any rain. And then when they finally got some a so-called rain, right? Got some so-called water, man. The Lord, man, destroyed everything they had even further, man. Right? It reads, Jala Barako is 85, a grandfather of 8, and a member of an ancient nomadic tribe today, wearing a pinstripe jacket, dark glasses, and turban-like hat. He looks like, right, the so-called proprietor of a progressive jazz club. He sits outside with a metal-walled shed that serves as the village store, the place where people come to buy provisions before heading out into this modern rock landscape with their livestock to find pasture again. For generations, Barako explains his people have slaughtered goats to read the weather forecast spelled out in their wet entrails. Now their readings are all off, man. Right? Because you're going off. Right? Right? You're so-called doing witchcraft, man. Right? Right? And now the readings are off, so-called, man. Right? Let me get a precept on that real fast. Right? Let me get a precept. Right? This is the book of Ezekiel. Right? Right? Because a lot of these men, right, they so-called, right, use divinations, right? Right, they go, right, into dealing, right, with all manners, right, of witchcrafts, right? Right, they so-called, right, deal with them in enchantments, spirits, right? On the left-hand side, man, right? This is the book of Ezekiel, right? Chapter 21, right, and verse 21. It reads, "For the king of Babylon stood at the parting of the way, at the head of the two ways, to use divination. He made his arrows bright. He consulted with images. He looked in the liver," man. Right? Right. And these nations, right, they would so-called take animals, right? Take out take out the liver, right? Perform sayings, man. Right? Do all manner of so-called a damn wickedness, man, and witchcraft, man. Right? And then wizards and warlocks, man. Right? And did what, man? And looked into, right, the so-called liver, man. Right? That's the same thing, man. These nations are doing now. Right? The same idolatry, right, to so-called look, right, from what comes from the Most High above. All right? It reads, it says that climate is changing, he says, with a fatalistic laugh, even in the intestines. All right? And this is just madness. All right? It says consistent, gentle showers over days and weeks replenish the shrubs and grasses that livestock depend on here, but it hasn't rained steadily for 2 going on 3 years. And there's nothing green in sight. The government has drilled boreholes, but they aren't enough of them. Herders have to travel long distances to reach the water, and then equally long distances to find any remaining pasture. Where there's water, there's no pasture, and where there's even the scantest bit of uneaten pasture left, there's no water. On the trek between one place and the other, animals crumple from exhaustion and die, man. All right. So, now, even right there, the so-called a livestock, man, is dying off. The so-called meat, right? Right there, the so-called workmen, man. Right. You got cattle that do plowing, man. Right. Workhorses, man. Right. And different operations for different livestock, huh? Right? it says, we depend on livestock, and the ones that haven't died are so weak. Right? Barako says in normal times, they support us. Now we support them, man. Right? So now in the time where your so-called livestock, right, your so-called land, right, support you, man. Right? Now, you gotta take care of them, man. Right? Lest they die, man. Right? It says livestock here are the primary source of income and nourishment. When they die, the people come next, man. Right? See that, man? Right? So, what is that talking about, man? Cannibalism, man. Right? Read the book, man, of Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, man. All right? Right? It says what, man? It's going to be men, right, invading, right, one another, man. Right? It says that it's going to be a scarcity for food, man. Right? Men coming, man, and looking for bread, man. Right? Nobody's going to want a so-called, right, a damn plate, a patty cake with you, man. Right? When they're hungry, man. Right? They're going to so-called, right, treat your so-called your so-called body, man, right, as, right, a damn cake itself. Right? This 2 Ezra 15 and 19. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for a great tribulation, man. Right? So the Lord said, man, in the last days, man, there's going to be a lack of bread, man. For great tribulation, man. Right? And these nations say, man, man, if they ain't got no food, man, they gonna eat you to survive, man. They will eat you. Right? Reading on. Near the village shop, relief workers from a social aid group called, right, Pasida distribute corn, beans, cooking oil, salt, and sugar. A water truck is scheduled to come soon, too, but international aid has lapsed, so it will be the last for a long time. Even with this, they won't get a meal every day, says Adano Celesi, a program officer with the group, who is in charge of distributing the food to each eligible person. Only the most vulnerable get to share. If there is no more help, he says, methodically consulting a checklist, people will die, man. Right? See that, man? Right? So that's going into a famine, man. Right? A famine, man. Millions, man. Right? Of people, man. Right? Are going through extreme hunger, man. And famine. Right? Says nearly 26 million people in the Horn of Africa are facing extreme hunger. Right? With some areas already reaching catastrophic famine levels, man. Right? According to the UN, the situation here is unfolding as a food crisis threatens a record number of people around the world, with nearly 345 million at acute levels of hunger and nearly 50 million people on the brink of famine, man. Right? See that, man? Right, so, man, all hell is breaking loose, man. Right? Let's go to the book of Psalms, man. All right, let's go to the book of Psalms, man. Right, because we're living in the last days, man. Right? The Lord prophesied, right, a famine, man. Right? It wasn't a damn joke, right? A recommendation. Right? No, man. This thing was prophesied. Right? This Psalms chapter 107 and verse number 33. It reads, he turned the rivers into a wilderness, man, and water springs into dry grounds, man. Right? Right? So what was once, right? Right? They said so-called green, right, had so-called water, man. Hey, now what, man? Right? The so-called grass is dry, it's brown, it's dead. Right? The land is barren, man. Right? Hey, the Lord can turn rivers into a wilderness, man. Right? Hey, it was crops, right? So-called, right? Engorged in water, man. Right? Hey, and the Lord sucked, right, all the so-called crops, right, water, man, right, the goodness of the land into the ground, man. All right? It reads, a fruitful land into barrenness for the wickedness of them that dwell therein, man. All right? All right, so, hey, they were fruitful, right, had crops, had rain, right, consistent, right, increase, right? Right, had influx, right, of cattle, right, with strength, man, right. Hey, now what, man? Hey, now, the so-called fruitfulness of the land is barren, man, right, and it said what? For the wickedness of them that dwell therein, man, right, and all of this earth is wicked, man, right. Why? Because the unrighteous are ruling, man, right. But when the righteous, the perfect, the humble, the upright are in authority, man, all the people, man, are going to rejoice, right, instead of mourn. Right, verse number 36. And there he maketh the hungry to dwell, that they may prepare a city for habitation, and sow the fields and plant vineyards, which may yield fruits of increase, man. Right? Right, so, man. Right, the Lord, he can give you increase, man. Right, fruits, vineyards, man. Right, and that's what the Lord, man, is gonna do, right, for the righteous, man. Right, do for the hopeful elect, right, the nation of Israel, man. Right, to be able to plant fields, right, vineyards, right, bring forth increase, man. Yep. Right, reading on, it says, right, he blessed them also, so that they are multiplied greatly, and suffered not their cattle to decrease. Again, they are diminished and brought low through oppression, affliction, and sorrow, man. Right? Come. Right? Let's go to the book of Micah. Right? One Micah. Right? Chapter 7. And verse number 13. And it reads, notwithstanding, the land shall be desolate because of them that dwell therein, for the fruit of their doings, man. Right? And the Lord, man, is land, these lands are desolate, man. Right? You're doing all manner of witchcraft, right? You damn cutting damn animals up, right? Using the damn livers, intestines, their damn insides, man. Right? To do all manner of God knows what, man. Right? And evil, man, and mischief. Right? Right? And how much more a Babylon, man. Right? The chief pinnacle, right, of damn wickedness, man, and evil, and death and sorrow, man. Right? And turmoil upon the earth, man. All right? That same judgment, right? That same so-called, right, spirit of drought, man. Right? And crops, man. Right? Which it's already happened, right, with the Mississippi River, right? The Ohio River, right? The two largest rivers in, right, America, and also responsible for trades and exports and movements, man. Right? Are all drying up, man. Right? Which is why you're seeing a damn influx in gas, right? A damn influx in food, right? Damn influx, man, in drinkable water, right? Clothing, right? A damn so-called to travel freight to and fro. It's because it's a famine near, man. Right? The same famines, right? The same so-called, right, phenomenons, right? Which we know, right, it's the power, right, the miracles of the Most High, man. Right, those things, man, are coming, right, to Babylon, man. Right? Right, for what, man? For the fruit of their doings, man. Right? Okay, I'm going to get two more. I'm going to close up. Right? This is Jeremiah chapter 51. Right? Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse number 43. It reads, her cities are a desolation, a dry land, and a wilderness, a land wherein no man dwelleth, neither doeth any son of man pass thereby, man. All right. Hey, man. Hey, and they said, man, it's getting so damn bad, man. Right. They so-called saying, hey, when they run out of so-called cattle and food, man, they're gonna eat people, man. Right. That goes back right to 2 Kings, man. Right. Famine, man. Right. Men trying to do what they gotta do. Right. To so-called survive, man. Right. Let me get this account real fast. 2 Kings chapter 6 and verse 25. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver, and the fourth part of a cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver, man. Right, so it was so bad, man. Right, in Samaria, right, being besieged, right, having a famine, man. Right, hey, they sold a piece, right, of a damn donkey's head, man, for 80 pieces of silver, man. Right, and a part of dove's dung, man, feces, man, for 5 pieces of silver, man. Right now, a so-called normal or so-called right a person in this a society, right, during this time, they not spending so-called right $5 right to eat some feces, right? You're spending so-called damn $80 right just to eat a damn to eat a damn donkey's head, right? You damn plucking the eyeballs out, right, cutting the brains up, right, with a fork and knife, man. Right? Nobody's doing that, man. Right? But hey, in the time of famine, man, right? Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Hey, and a lot of people who may get faint, who don't trust in the Lord, man, they're gonna get caught out there, man, caught up. Right? It reads, and as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, help my Lord, O king. And he said, if the Lord do not help thee, whence shall I help thee? Out of the barn floor or out of the wine press, man. Right? Hey, meaning what, man? Right? Hey, if the Lord can't help you in this situation, man, hey, what the hell can I do, man? Right? Mortal man. Dust and ashes, man. Right? That has no so-called power, man. Right? To so-called a damn change the situation, right? That the Most has you in, man. Right? Hey, a no so-called man, right, can deliver you, man, right, out of the hand of the Most High, man. Right? Reading on. It reads, and the king said unto her, what aileth thee? And she answered, this woman said unto me, give thy son that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. So we boiled my son and did eat him. And I said unto her on the next day, give thy son that we may eat him. And she had hid her son, man. Right, see that, man? Right, so you have mothers, man, eating their own children, man. All right, during right the time of so-called famine, man. Right, don't think, man, because you with them Uncle Gerald, man. Right, you with them Auntie Renee. Right, you with your damn pops Earl. Right, hey, and you with your damn girl Keisha, man. Right, in the wilderness, man. Right, that they won't try to damn eat you, man. Right, because when all hell is breaking loose, it's famine, man. Right, it's no food, man. Right, hey, a man is going to want to do right what they can to survive. Right, let me get one more. Right, before I close it. Right, this is Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 42 and verse number 15. And it reads, I will make waste mountains and hills, man, and dry up all their herbs. And I will make rivers islands, and I will dry up the pools, man. Hey, and that's cold, man. That's cold. Right? Hey, and like the Lord said, man. Right? Hey, as our brothers close up all the time, man. Right? And verse 13. Right? The Lord shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. I have long time holding my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. I will make waste mountains and hills and dry up all their herbs. And I will make the rivers, the rivers islands, and I will dry up their pools, man. Right? Come, man. Right, so, hey, and these are instruments of war, man, or tactics of war, man. Tactics of starvation, right? That the same way, right, the enemies, right, so-called Syrians, right, so-called men, right, even the Babylonians, right, during the time of Nebuchadnezzar, right, the so-called Romans, right, during the time of the Roman Jewish wars, man, right, from 66, right, AD, right, to roughly 72 AD, right. These were matters used. So with that, we give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. By Hashem Mashiach, Mamlak Yahweh Shai. Right, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Till next time, I'm going to say, Shalom, Kwam Yasha.